Hello, everybody. Back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 5th, and today was a beautiful, gorgeous day. A little chilly in the shade, a little bit warm in the sun, so you could kind of take your pick. It was absolutely beautiful. Got this morning. Actually slept in a little bit later than I have been those weeks. I've had that puppy here, so I had to be up by like 5:30, and he was getting dropped off 5:30 every morning. And today he was not. So did get to sleep in a little bit more than normal. Got up after that, got a couple things done. Ended up making myself some breakfast. Got on the computer, kind of watched a few YouTube videos and stuff, and then I started doing a bunch more research on the Webull, and I thought I'm gonna try and move some money around, see what I can't do and whatnot. And the stock market's still just going straight red, like it's ridiculous. So, talked to my wife last night and said, "Hey, I got some money in PayPal that we're not really doing anything with. Can I transfer it over?" And then she wanted her own Webull account. I don't know if she's gonna try and run it herself, or if she just wants one. I don't know. I'm just gonna try and set it up. So I went ahead and transferred that in the bank. It takes I don't know, day or 3 or 5. I don't know how long it takes for the PayPal money to get to the actual bank. So I gotta wait for it to clear the bank before I can actually set up her account and go from there. So, but I got that moved over. Got through a bunch of other things, just kind of researching some stuff and looking at things. And I just kept watching the market. And it's just all my profits are going away. Like I'm giving back all the money I'd made and just going downhill. But I'm like, but shit, this is what every once in a while you want this. Had I seen it come in a little better, which it is what it is. I could have dumped off a bunch of stuff and last week and then basically rebought now would have made me a ton more money. But I didn't see it coming. I'm like, I don't need this money. The money I'm putting in their stuff is not money I need anytime soon. Short of if we buy a house, if we find the perfect rental house or something we want. Short from that, we don't need it. So this is long term money, so not a big deal. But I'm just watching all my profits just go away, which again, not a big deal. Like I said, up until today, I've never been below what I put in. So even I've only been in this for, less than a year now since the whole pandemic thing kicked off. And even when I first started out, I've never had less than I put up. Had close to what I put in, but never had less than until today. Today it actually dropped below 200, 300 some dollars to 532. So I was $340 below $240. I don't know why. $240 below what I put in is the lowest I've been ever. So I was actually, if I'd cashed out right that moment, boom, out. I lost less than $300, $240. Not a big deal compared to what a lot of guys I know who have been losing their ass in there, and different guys in the chat rooms and stuff I've talked to, and they'd be happy if after close to a year they lost $240. So Karen's father, we gave him a couple $1,000s like 4 years ago to invest, and he turned it into I think $1,700 so far. Like so he's lost 25% of his money over 4 years, which had he just invested into Tesla, he would have been sitting at $22,000 instead. But now Tesla shit the bed, so he would have still been only sitting like 18,000. So it's still a lot more than the 15 to 1800 he has, 1700 he has right now. So, and I haven't looked at it since the last couple of days of just the stock market going straight red. So there's that too. But went ahead. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, it's such cheap pricing. I want to put more money in there, and I want to buy more stuff because it's on sale. Like I want to buy a lot more stuff that's on sale. So I text my wife real quick. I said, hey, can I throw another $5,000 in there? And she's like, we didn't talk about that. I said, no, I didn't. That's why I'm asking you right now, because theoretically I don't have to have permission to do this stuff. We've discussed this. When it comes to stock market, she gets all freaked out about it, and she just basically do what you want to do. Just try not to put us in bankruptcy if you don't have to. And I'm like, cool, no big deal. So I went ahead and I was like, okay. And at that point, I still was not below what I'd put in. I'd not actually lost any money. If I'd cashed out right then, I still would have been up a few bucks. So went ahead, jumped in the bank real quick, threw another $5,000 over from one of my accounts into the account that's hooked to the Webull account. Chucked the $5,000 into the deposit, and I was thinking I was gonna have 3 to 5 days before it hits, and then I realized once it landed there, they actually give me credit to play with right now, assuming that the check is good, basically lack of a better term. So only thing that happens is for some reason my bank glitches out and my deposit does not go through correctly. Like say my bank account got hacked or something, or got broke into, that would be a problem. And they could actually then, I think they give me so many hours, so many days to basically transfer the more money in, or they just dump my shit, which would suck because they're going to then sell like my Tesla or sell whatever. It's tanking down. I do not ever want to sell stuff when it's red. Like that's just dumb. You only sell when it's green. You only buy when it's red, and that's my philosophy. And just how it is in life. So been feeling this way about so many things over the years. And so I realized, like, shit, I got $5,000 credit in here. And I realized before, I always let it set the 3 to 5 days till 100% cleared, just in case something went wrong. I didn't want to ding on my account or whatever, have to rush and try to put money back in there. But I was looking at Tesla, and it's just dropping down. It bounced up a little bit, it dropped down, it bounced up a little bit, and dropped down. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long. So I ended up buying in a bunch more Tesla. I bought in, I got 560, I think I bought in at. Yeah, 560. Like 35 cents or some junk, which the day's low was 540, 539. So I was $21 off the bottom, and that's where it ended out for the day. And like I said, I was looking at this as I'm putting money, I'm like, shit, I've got less money in there. So I'm now negative $240. I've given back all my profits I've made. I've given it all back. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but it is what it is. And I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. And I'm like, so I'm down $240. I'm still good. I'm going to keep buying stuff, not selling things, so I'm all good. I bought more money, more stocks in there. And because of that, by the end of the day, I was up 1320. Yeah, 1320 overall from what I've put in. So including the $5,000 I put in today and all that, I'm still up 1320. So I went from negative at my lowest point below $240 below what I've installed to now up 1320. So pretty good swing for the day. Kind of stressful when you watch. I literally watched $3,000. I watched $6,000 on profits just shit away in the last couple days, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm losing a ton of money. I should put more in there. So, not the main philosophy of a lot of people, but here's my theory. Everything's going to come back. It's all going to come back. This is just a market resetting, and the biggest thing is they're freaking out because of the delays on the stimulus package. There's different things, and every time there's a presidential change, the market freaks out a little bit. There's a lot of issues going here, but we're still going to keep moving forward. They're still going to make electric cars. Tesla's going to make money. I've got NIO. I bought a bunch of their stuff too. I went through anything that was like 15, like anywhere from 12 to 25% off. I was buying some of that stuff also, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy a little bit of everything. And there's a giant part of me just wants to dump everything. Like, honestly, at 560, if I could have got 539, and I had my house, like, I would have dumped $150,000 of my house equity into Tesla at 539. Would have 100% done it. And I do believe that I could easily, within 4 years, I could double that. Probably within 3 years at 539. I think within 3 years I could have doubled that, but we don't have it set up the way, and I'm not willing to risk our house on Tesla, so definitely it is what it is. But yeah, so we went ahead and had that also. So I got that. That was a big part of my day, and so stressful. Like, I'm just like, am I making the wrong decisions? Am I screwing this up? Am I an idiot? Am I dumber than I think I am? Like, there's so much stuff, and I'm not saying I'm smart. I believe in my gut, and I follow some things. And I listen to a few people I watch other people and stuff, and I try to not listen to the experts and the guys that claim they're the smartest in the world. I listen to guys that make money. Like, the guys are like, hey, this is what I think, this is where I'm at. And the people who are constantly saying, I am not a financial advisor, I am not an expert. They don't follow the same. I want the teacher who's not going to follow the same way he's been teaching for the last 25 years. I want the guy who's been doing this for a year or 2 or 3 and has a new philosophy, and that's who I listen to. So I kind of take some of their opinions and stuff and listen to whatnot, and I'm like, hey, cool, let's go with that. So, but I do own, like, Lucid Motors, I own NIO, do different stuff, and I also own heavy Tesla. Tesla's like 75% of my portfolio right now. Even with it falling, it's still there. So, because I bought a lot more again. But I look back a few months ago when I started this, and if I was told, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have like 35, 45 50 shares of Tesla, I've been like, you're out your goddamn mind. Which at the time, it is what it is, but it's kind of cool. Like, I would never have dreamt I was gonna be that heavy into one market, but I believe in them. I really do. So that's where I'm at now. I think I do have a couple sale loss protection there, profit gatherers basically. Once it reaches a certain point, I'm gonna dump off some of my Tesla, and then basically once I dump it out, from there, I gotta decide. I don't know. Part of me depends. I don't know. Part of me wants to take some gains back out of it and then diversify it back out into some other stuff. Other part of me wants to let this sit ride until this stuff triples, and see how long it sits there. But part of it, I need to pull some out, and the reason I pull some out is I think Tesla will take a dump again. So I'm going to pull some out, and then I'm going to wait for Tesla to take another dump, and then I'm going to throw some more back in there, and then kind of rebuy and resell Tesla. Every time it hits a certain point, I'll sell off half of what I have, and then when it drops to a certain point, I'll double back up on my stocks. So basically, as I kind of, let's say I buy it for $100, it doubles to two, I sell off. I sell off half. Then I sell it off. I now have taken my profits on even at that point, so I have no cash in the game or whatever. So, but when the time comes, I can buy back into it once it drops back down to one. So if I continue doing that long enough, I should be able to take some profits out of it and use that to buy other stocks in the market, whether it be Pinterest or whatever the hell else is out there that I'm interested in. So that was a giant part of my day. It was, good Lord, a giant part of my day. So went ahead, got that taken care of, got that. Then I had that constant, kept refreshing my app, and I was like, just put it away, stop looking at it. So got a call from the bank. They said I ordered some money. I had some custom money ordered. I had to go pick it up, some actual cash, and drove over there. They'd called me last week, late last week or early this week, I don't remember what it was, and I'd forgot to go get it. So I was like, shit, my bad, I'll go get it right now. So I rode over there on the motorcycle, grabbed it. From there, went to the grocery store, grabbed myself some, those like fish meals, I love them. I got some chocolate milk, some regular white milk, and then they had soup on sale, $1 a can. Normally it's $2.59, $2.69, where the hell it is, $2.69. Grabbed 6 cans limit, so I grabbed my 6 cans there, and then basically headed out. Got back here to the house. I picked up a couple cakes also for my wife. I was gonna buy a cake, and they didn't have any cake I thought she would actually want to eat, so I bought some cake mixes there, buy one get one free. So knocked it out, grabbed those for her. She can bake up a cake this weekend if she wants to. And then got home, got a couple other things done, nothing real major. Played outside with the dog for a little bit, kind of let him chill out in the sun, have himself a joyous little day. And then decided to get my run in, got my run done, got back from the run, talked to my wife a little bit. She got home from work. We had a meet and greet, dog meet and greet this afternoon. So I had the fish meals going to be where I just throw in there as we're waiting for them to show up. Then when they leave, it's cooked, we can eat it. Everything's all great until I got a text from them saying, hey, can we do this tomorrow instead? And I'm like, something bitch. It's just like, why? Like, why are you doing this to me? Wait till the last minute and stuff, and just pain in the ass. So that got pushed back to tomorrow, but we'll see what happens there. So I went ahead and talked to my wife, and she got I want to say raise, but she got part of her original payback. So I thought, hey, a celebration. I said, where do you want to do? I said, we have the fish tonight, or we can eat it tomorrow. Not a big deal. But what do you want to do? We can go anywhere you want. Go to any restaurants. And she loves the buffet, the Chinese buffet. I get a little freaked out with the idea, especially with COVID. It's even worse. I was freaked out to begin with because I'm not a big fan of buffets because they're just filthy, dirty people touching everything. And went ahead and we're like, okay, cool. I said, but I'm willing to go there if that's what you want to do. Like, just let me know. And she's like, yeah, I think I do. So I went there to celebrate her, I guess, regaining part of her salary and mostly going back into basically into salary instead of hourly wage. So now it feels like she can, just do the work she needs to do and not have to worry about overtime and clocking out and clocking in and all that shit. So she's back to salary again, which is nice. So we went out there, rode over and took the car. Kind of want to take the bike because it's going to be a little chilly on the way home, so I didn't. Rode over, basically got a filet. It was all right. They used to have my favorite thing there was their coconut shrimp was phenomenal. I'd take 3 or 4. Every time I go up, I get a little scoop of it each time. And then whether it be the first trip of my sushi, it would be the last trip right before my dessert, I got a little scoop of that stuff. And the last few times I've been there since the pandemic, they have not had it. And I assume I think it's probably more expensive and they're not making enough of it to basically justify the money. And I even asked them, like, hey, do we have any of this? Can we get any of this? And she didn't. I was kind of thinking, like, hey, there's somebody here wanting something. Maybe they'll go ahead and just throw it in the back and make it for me. But no. So, which sucks because they know me there. They know the way I tip. They know that kind of stuff. Even at the point, like last time I was there, they asked, what, you don't have, I'm like, the tips I tip with weird money, and kind of stuff. And I'm like, nope, been out for a little bit. I'll try and get some more and da-da-da, whatever. So I went ahead. So I'm like, I'll pay a couple. I tip fine. I'm tipping plenty. Just throw in some goddamn coconut shrimp for me. But it is what it is. So didn't get my coconut shrimp, which is like I said, 90% of the reason I go there. But my wife loves it. And we basically finished off. Everything went fine. It was not bad. It was just that whole put on a plastic glove to go get your food. I don't like being around people. It drives me nuts. We've been there 3 times since the pandemic, I think, something like that. And I can't. I've got to get past this pandemic now. We really do. It's too much stress on me. So, but we got back from there. We stopped in Winn-Dixie next door, grabbed 12 more cans of soups. It's 6 limits. So I've got 6. I got 6. Found some little alcohol drink things, pina coladas and margaritas and little pre-mixed tasting shit. So they're $1 a piece. We figured give them a try and see what they are and go from there. Went ahead and looked for a cake, didn't find any cake she wanted, so she's agreed she's going to make a cake. Got back home, watched a little bit of Netflix and stuff. We got to playing some pinball. Ended up basically making a 20-1 bet with my wife that she couldn't beat one of my scores with 3 balls compared to my 1 ball, and she barely beat me like 10,000 points with 3 balls opposed to 1. So I owed her $100. She put $5 against $100. I didn't think she'd actually take the bet because she never takes bets, and she did end up winning. So I owed her $100. So I had to give her $100 today. So she not only got a raise this week, she got to eat Chinese buffet. She also took $100 off me. So in the process, so she was pretty good night for her, let's just say. But yeah, she ended up having some weird back spasms. Her back was acting up on her after we got home from buffet. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And it was just like, so she had fought that this evening. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, how that works out for her. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.